Respected Sparks Insight community, I truly hope you're doing well today. Because what we about to talk about, these new $2,000 stimulus check promises, might honestly surprise you and maybe even change the way you see the political game happening behind the scenes. Right now, something unbelievable is happening in Washington. A brand new promise of $2,000 checks is back in the headlines, and it's coming straight from Donald Trump himself. The moment he pushed this idea, it triggered confusion, pressure, and shock across both political parties. Some leaders say this is a bold plan, others say it's nothing more than heat-driven politics. And hanging in the background is a massive number that the country keeps trying to ignore: $38 trillion in national debt. That's the world we're stepping into today. Trump says he wants to send $2,000 tariff dividend checks to moderate and middle-income Americans. He claims the money will come from the extra fees collected from foreign goods entering the United States. These payments, according to him, could roll out sometime around the middle of next year. But as soon as Trump doubled down on this plan, the political climate shifted. Democrats started questioning the entire idea. Republicans began arguing among themselves. Economists raised concerns about rising prices, and even the Supreme Court stepped into the picture with a case that could decide whether this plan even has a foundation. To understand all this, you need to know exactly how Trump wants to make this happen. He wants to send $2,000 per person, but here's the puzzle. He also promised that the very same tariff money would help reduce the national debt, which is already at $38 trillion and climbing. Mathematically, the money can't cover both goals. And that's where the first major problem starts. Economists warn that sending out large checks while inflation is still sensitive could push prices up again, just like what happened during the pandemic here, relief programs. And that's the kind of risk Washington usually tries to avoid. Then comes the reaction from Democrats. Chuck Schumer called Trump's plan whimsical, saying it feels more like political pressure than a serious economic strategy. He believes the checks wouldn't be enough to undo the damage families have been feeling, and he's unsure whether they would ever arrive in the first place. But here's the twist: even though Schumer criticized the plan heavily, he did not shut the door on it. Why? Because Democrats know exactly how it looks if they oppose direct payments to the public. No politician wants to be the one who voted against money going into people's pockets, especially with elections coming up. Supporting the plan helps Trump, blocking the plan hurts the Democrats. It's a lose-lose situation for them, which means they're treading carefully. The real drama, though, is inside the Republican Party. A major group of Republicans wants all tariff money used to reduce the national debt. They argue the country cannot afford more payouts, especially with nearly $1 trillion per year going toward interest. Names like John Thune, Shelley Moore Capito, and James Lankford are leading this side. They fear that payments could add to the deficit and weaken the party's economic message. But there's another side pushing hard in the opposite direction. Senator Josh Hawley believes families deserve compensation because tariffs make products more expensive. And then there's the third group, Republicans who personally prefer paying down the debt, but are willing to follow Trump if he pushes hard enough. Senator Markwayne Mullin openly said he prefers using tariff money to fight the debt, but he will support Trump if Trump tells him to. This creates a split inside the party that could determine the future of the payments. It's a mix of economic strategy, political loyalty, and the pressure of upcoming elections. But even if Congress figures it out, one final piece could decide everything: the Supreme Court. The court is reviewing whether Trump's tariff structure is legal. If the justices rule against it, the government may be forced to return the money collected from tariffs. That would instantly eliminate the funding source for these $2,000 checks. If the court supports the tariffs, the plan stays alive but still needs full congressional approval. That ruling might be the most important moment in this entire story. Meanwhile, economists are concerned about inflation. Republicans are comparing these possible payments to the third round of stimulus checks early in the Biden administration. Those payments helped people, but they also added pressure to prices. And then there's the basic issue with tariffs themselves. Tariffs raise prices, and then the government sends money to help offset those higher prices. That cycle can create even more upward pressure if not handled carefully. So right now, the $2,000 payment plan has energy behind it, but also huge obstacles. Democrats don't trust the plan, but don't want to block it. Republicans are fighting among themselves. Economists are warning about inflation, and the Supreme Court could shut the entire idea down with a single ruling. Everything now depends on timing, legal decisions, and political strategy all aligning at the same moment. Nothing is confirmed, nothing is guaranteed. But one thing is clear, the next few months will be critical, and this is where I want to hear from you. Do you think Trump can actually deliver $2,000 checks? Or will this become another promise that fades away? Share your thoughts below. And as always, the moment anything changes, whether in Congress, the White House, or the Supreme Court, I'll break it down right here. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay connected so you don't miss the next update. I appreciate your support more than you know.